guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to discuss the TCS NQT 2021 coding question. So guys, as TCS NQT exam is going to happen again, so that's why in this video we will discuss the questions that were asked in TCS NQT October exam, right? So without any delay, let's get started. Before proceeding further in the video, guys, if you are new to this channel, then please do subscribe this channel and hit the like button if you like the video, right? So let's see the question then. For annual sports events, the college is selecting members in a team for national level games. For one of the games, team selection criteria is height. Candidates who wish to be part of that team for any game fill the registration form. So for a game, from n number of registered candidates, only m number of candidates will be selected based on their heights. Height is an array of floating representing heights of registered candidates whose names are maintained in a string array candidates at the same index position as of height. The problem is to identify the members selected for team for game A. Display the name of selected candidates. Input should be as follows. So the number of required players required to form a team and the names of registered participants. User can enter n number of names. Names should be string values. And about height they are giving. So heights of candidates whose names are taken above, maintaining the mapping with names and heights. Number of inputs of height should be equal to the number of inputs of names, right? So what is the brief of this question? So an annual sport event is going to happen and some students gave their name for this particular event, but out of them only m number of candidates will be selected based on the height. So height is a criteria here, right? So about height, so they are saying it is an array of floating type values, right? And also we have another array which is storing the candidates who registered for this particular game A, right? So what we have to do, we have to mention or we have to tell by our code that how many members are selected. So basically we have to display their names, right? Let me explain more about this using this particular example. So 8 here is showing the number of candidates which are selected. Number of candidates selected is shown by 8, right? And next, these are the names of the candidates who gave their name for the game A. So Prateek, Joy, Nimesh, Nikhil, Suresh, Ramesh, Jeetu, Ashish, Swam, Harsh, Lara, Mitesh, Santosh, Raj, right? So these are the names. And when the user don't want to enter further names, so what you have to press, you have to give Q, so that further taking of input of names are stopped. It is mentioned here as well that capital Q or small q should be pressed to stop taking input of names, right? So if you don't want to give names further, just press Q. And then what we have to do, we have to mention the height of these candidates. So here 5.6 height belong to Prateek, 5.4 belong to Joy, 5.5 belong to Nimesh, 5.5 belong to Nikhil, and this is how it goes, right? So basically what we have to do, basically we have to tell that out of these candidates how many will be selected, and we have to select 8 candidates, right? So because the number given here is 8. So what we can do, so first of all select the height which is maximum here. 7.1 is the maximum. So you can say Santosh is at the top, right? Santosh is the first candidate who got selected, and next height given is after 7.1, it is 6.8, right? So this is of Raj and Mitesh. So you can see Raj and Mitesh are selected, and this is how it goes, right? So now I can understand, even you are getting the approach, that what we can do, we can simply sort this array and this array, right? And according to this particular height array, we can just simply output the number of candidates who got selected. We can simply output their names, right? So this is what we can do. Now let us see how to implement the code using C. So for sorting, we have to use some sort of sorting algorithm, like as we have many selection sort. So guys, here they are indirectly trying to check whether you know any sorting algorithm or not, right? whether they have formed the question in such a manner that somehow you have to implement a sorting algorithm here, and then they will check whether you know sorting algorithms or not, right? So we have selection sort, we have bubble sort, right? Insertion sort, merge sort. Okay, so yeah, I will do this problem using bubble sort. You can choose any of them because most of the time in TCS or even in Wipro exam as well, there are no complexity issues, so you can choose any of them, right? You can try any other algorithm. I will do this by using bubble sort in C++. So let us, what we have to do, let's take a string array, obviously. So let us name it as S. It has 45 elements, let's suppose. And next what we can do, we can take a variable in, right? So what this in we are using for, we will check whether the name entered by user is Q or not. So if it is small q or capital Q, right there we will stop the further taking of input from the user, right? Because it is mentioned that if you want to stop taking names as input, just press small or capital Q, right? And next what we will do, we will take a variable for counting the number of elements in our this one array, in names array. And next we will take n, so C in n, right? So here I have taken this n as input. Next what I have to take this in value as input, and now here I will check, I will basically run a loop and I will check while in not equal to small q and also not equal to capital Q. So if this is not the condition, what basically I have to do, I have to store this in value into our names array. So S C plus plus. So we are incrementing the value of C so that at 0th location of one, this in will be stored, then at first location, then second location, and this is how it goes, right? So in. Next what we will do, again we will take the in as input from the user up to the time this condition isn't met. Okay, now after this we will take a array of height, so as if it is containing floating value, so that's why the return type is, data type is float, and it is having C elements. See here, this C is having the count of elements inside our names array, right? So like height array is also having the same element, so we can simply write C here. Now we will take this height elements as input from the user, right? So this will run up to C, and here we will take C in height of I, right? So this is how it goes. Now for the next step that we discussed was we have to do the sorting, right? So I less than C minus 1. So here I am using the bubble sort. And then for, I hope that you are clear with the thing that how bubble sort works. If you aren't, then in a next video or in upcoming video I will discuss the implementation of bubble sort. So there we can, or like you can understand how does it actually works, right? Okay, so for swapping thing, let's take some temporary variable, right? So height is of floating type, so let's take a variable of float type itself, float temp, and the name is of character type, right? String type. So basically take a string variable ch, right? Now first do the swapping in height. So first we will check that if height of, so for what basically we have to check, we here are trying to arrange our array elements in descending order, right? So we will first check that if height of jth element is less than height of j plus 1, less than height of j plus 1. So if this is the condition, then simply what we have to do, right? So here we can just copy paste this thing. yeah, let me cut it from here. Okay, now here we will do the swapping. Okay, so temp is first storing height of j, right, and then height of j is equal to height of j plus 1, and then in height of j plus 1 we have this temp, right? So we have swapped the elements for height array. Let's do the same for names array as well. So yeah, ch equal to names array is of, what's the name, yeah, s. So ch equal to s of j, then s of j equal to s of j plus 1, right, and then s of j plus 1 equal to ch, and then next what we have to do, right? So this is the swapping thing is done. Now we will simply run our loop up to the n, right, so that we can get top n elements which are selected. So let's come out of this for loops, and now here we will run another for loop up to the n I plus plus, right, and now here what we can simply do, just simply print s of I and endl, because we want the names to be on the next line in one by one, right? So this is how it is. Let's, okay, so I think we are good to go. Everything is implemented. Let's run it. Okay, so let's give the elements now. Let me check. So here it is. Yes, so let's take 6, right, and then next what we have to do, we have to give the name. So let it be Som, Meera, Sia, Juhi, Simi, Rama, Sheetal, right, Ruby, and then I don't want to take the further, just press Q, or like let's take 3 or 4 more. Now I'm pressing capital Q. Okay, right, so now capital Q is pressed, so it won't take the names itself. So now we have to give the height for them. So 12.3, 56.7, 34.0, 77.6, and 4.5, 8.9, right, and 23.90, 67.77, and 45.67, and 67.90, right? So after giving the heights, you can see YUI is at the top. So let's see for YUI what was the element I gave. So for YUI the height is 456.76, so that's why it is at the top. You can see we are getting the expected output. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So top 6 elements or top 6 names we got which are selected for the game A, right? So this is how you can solve the problem. Also you can see the approach. If you are clear with the approach, implementation is not a very difficult thing, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe this channel if you are new to this channel, and share this video with your friends so that even they can prepare for the upcoming TCS NQT exam. Thank you.